back at the Carriage Trade auto auction. I'm about to walk on in. I'm going to take you with. We're going to see if we can find another vehicle for the channel. As always, don't miss one. I enjoy going to them, guys, and if I don't, I always find myself missing something I would have probably picked up and brought to the channel. Also, I want to kind of show you the process of running one through the auction if you want to sell it. And that's what we're doing today. We're doing that with the H3 Hummer. We're going to run that through. Every once in a while, I run it through and see what I can do in a different area. And that's what we're going to do today. I want to show you the process. Let's get in there and get going. Beautiful day here at the auto auction. This is a public auto auction, and they have a ton of cars. It goes all the way out to the wood line and rows of cars. So let's start walking through the rows, and it's really neat that they started putting battery carts out so you can charge and jumpstart vehicles that maybe the key was left on. And hey, look at this. Doesn't this look familiar? So this is the H3 Hummer, and we're going to run it through the auction and see how we do today. Looking good, cleaned it up. It's been a couple days, still looks good. A couple fingerprints on the doors that are driving me nuts, but hey, it's not going to be mine for much longer if we let it go. Inside still looks pretty clean. This should do well. It's one of the nicer looking vehicles in this row. This row is private sale. Cars that aren't coming from an auction or coming from an individual. So let's walk on and I'll show you some of the other vehicles. Here's one getting a jump. Somebody left the key on. And we'll start looking at vehicles while I explain the process of taking a vehicle through this particular auction. So you'll bring it in and you walk in with your ID and your title, and you'll fill out some paperwork in regards to the shape of the vehicle and some information, and then you'll sign power of attorney and some documents and the title to get that started, and you give them the paperwork. Drive the vehicle in through the gate, hand them the keys, and they will take it from there. They're going to put your all of your information on their website. The car will be parked in the row, and that is, look at this, somebody put a razor blade here. I don't understand how that could stay there in transit to the auction, but I'll have to let somebody know. Anyways, the car's brought through, parked in a row, and the rest of the week it's available for the people to come into the auction, especially towards the end of the week, and look at them, look at the cars. It's your job to inspect the cars, to start them up. You can go front and back with them. You just can't take them out of the parking lot, take them out on the roadway. But it's your job to check underneath, make sure the frame isn't rusted. Check the inspection. You can bring your OBD2. You can bring your own jump pack if you want to. You can make sure the tires and the brakes are good. I like to crawl underneath with a light and make sure there are no crazy leaks and no crazy rust issues on the frame and cross members. Then you can check the interior, make sure the AC works. I like to look at the top left part of the windshield to see if it's been serviced and who's servicing it. Is it if it's being serviced, but it's being serviced by Jiffy Lube compared to an auto dealership, that's a little bit of a difference to me, but it's neat to see if they're serviced by a dealership. Here's a cool little Mazda Miata. That's the entry-level sports car. Everybody likes them. Even though this one is a little worn, it's probably going to do well today. It's a convertible, it's summertime, it is an entry-level sports car. There's an issue with the check engine light came on right away, but I don't have my OBD2. I'm here to sell today, unless I find something really that grabs my attention. But yeah, once you take your vehicle through the gates, hand them the keys, you probably won't see it again, especially if you let it go. They recommend that you come to the auction on Monday and be present when your car is going through. And that's for, well, two major reasons. One, if it goes above the asking price that you wrote down on the paperwork that you handed to them, You can waive that, and if somebody won the bid but it's underneath your asking price, you can waive it through and sell it to them. Or you can stick to your buyback bid and run it through the auction the next week or the next few weeks until you until you find what you're looking for when it comes to an asking price. I normally just lower the asking price and it'll go through the second or third time. I've never had to go past a second or third time for my vehicles. Porsche Macan, I've had a few of those. The last one I had, metallic blue. This one here has dings all over the place. This is another pull key, so you can't get in it. A lot of them are becoming that way because people leave the key on in the ignition, run the battery dead, or they take their OBD2 and mess around. It's getting pretty bad with people. People ruin everything. Here is a nice 7 Series BMW 2018, under 100,000 miles. Beautiful interior with the white piping and the diamond stitched. It's just getting to a point where, timing chain or whatever issue at 70, 60,000 miles, even 50,000 miles, it's going to be time to do some work on that. Here's a nice looking Volvo. This is a really nice spec here. I'm not the biggest fan of Volvos, but this one here caught my attention, mostly for the interior. Let's open her up. Even though it is a pull key, it's unlocked, which is rare. Not a Volvo fan at all, but this thing is gorgeous. The interior is comfortable and beautiful with the wood and the crystal shifter, and they just went all out with the interior. Very impressed. I wouldn't be embarrassed to drive it, but I don't know. Me and Volvo do not get along. There's a few minutes we can check out one or two more cars before the auction starts. The auction starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can bid online or you can bid there in present. Again, if you've been online, you better would have been here to check out the car a couple days before so you know what you're bidding on. This one here, look at the dry rotted tires. So these Michelin's here, and I believe there are Pirellis on the back. And they are dry rotted too. So tires, a little bit of body work here and there for the GT, and hopefully it isn't beat to hell. But it is approaching 3 o'clock. I'm going to wrap this up, start heading in to the auction, and we'll see what happens here. I do want to show you, before it fills up, the lanes here. There are A, B, C, D, 4 lanes. You can see them all here. They used to drive the cars through before COVID, and now they just stick to leaving the cars out in the parking lot. You don't have to smell the exhaust in the building, and they run pictures of the vehicles, and I'm going to show you on these screens. Here we go. Let's get to it. Okay, as you can see, we sold it, I let it go. And we're back at the shop here. Real hot, humid day, storms popped up, thunder, lightning. So we wrapped up the auction and I got back to the shop here safely. We did let it go for, well, what, 4,800, 4,700? And if you remember, when we purchased that there, We loaded it up on the trailer and brought it back. We bought that for $4,200. So we did sell for a profit. So we did okay with that. We made a little bit of a profit. You got to remember, we did put tires on it. I fixed the BCU, the body control unit, and the speakers for the radio, I believe, were replaced. Everything else was just elbow grease. Blood, sweat, and tears to get it to where it is today. We enjoyed it a little bit. I did enjoy it. Now somebody else is enjoying it. But, so when you're at the auction, I was there and I make sure I'm present when I have a car going through. It makes the process easy. Because if the bids fall below your asking price, which it did a little bit, you could stand there and wave it on or give it a thumbs up, and the auctioneer will go ahead and sell it for that. If you're not present, you don't have to be, it just makes things run smoother and quicker. They will call your number because they have all of your information. Say, hey, we got the highest bidder, his offer is whatever. And then you can okay it and then sell it, send it through, and then your check will be ready in 2 days there to be picked up. Or you can run it through the next week in the auction. The fees will still be the same, so you can go ahead and roll it through the next couple auctions. Just lower your asking price then, if you want to get rid of it. And then they will contact that bidder and tell him, hey, he agreed to your bid, come pick it up, finish the paperwork, get it out of here. So that's how that works. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll get some more of that footage. I guess what's left to do in this video is kind of tell you the cars I have left that I'm working on, what's sold, what we have here, just in case I haven't been doing a great job keeping up on what's moved, because a lot of cars have moved and sold, and we have some on the way. So let's take a look. All right, so we have the Porsche Cayenne that we picked up. That one there, we're driving it as we're enjoying it as we're working on it. It's getting better and better. Stay tuned to those videos to find out what's wrong with it and if it can be fixed. We have the Range Rover here. The parts are in, so we will be putting that together and see if it starts up and does not overheat. Range Rovers are just absolute junk, but we got this one for pennies on the dollar, so I thought I would see if I could get it going and keep it running. And then don't forget, we have the big beast here. This thing is awesome. Outside is nearly finished. Inside, it's getting there. The last thing we did was we got the seats done. I need to find out what's keeping the stereo system working on this one. On the H2s and H3s, it's a Bose sound system. I replaced the radio. The Bose amplifier is underneath here, and all the junk wiring from the aftermarket system that was in here. And it's still not working. So now it's down to speakers. If one of the 10, 11, 12 speakers in here do not work, that amplifier, that Bose amplifier underneath the center console here will not fire up and will not play music. So down to the speakers now. There's one on either side here as well, the tweeters, mid-range door, bass in the back. There's speakers in the door back here. So we'll figure that out, and a couple other things I'd like to do. Really enjoying this one here as well. This one here is sold, just not picked up yet. That one there has mechanical issues. And the one that used to be right next to it was the big F350 Super Duty, Big Stinky. That one's sold. I don't need that because I have the H2 Hummer to pull the trailer to pick up my vehicle, so that one there is gone. The shop manager is having a hard time keeping up with the cars going in and out as well. So if you have any questions on anything, just leave the question down in the comments section and I will address it. I read all of them. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. We had cars going out, we have cars coming in, and plenty of content. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. subscribe, become part of the family. What are you waiting for? Hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when the shop manager and I have new content available for you. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.